right now with Ed Bloodsworth and Lee Spann. What's the latest?
Well, the 5 o'clock update just came in. It's still with winds of 130 miles per hour, but it is picking up some forward speed.
That's what we expected here. We expected the forward speed to start increasing here, and that's what we've got. So the movement now, instead of northwest at 6, it's northwest at 8 miles per hour. It doesn't seem like a big move, but that is an acceleration. So we've just gotten this track in. We're analyzing it as we speak. So right now,
Category 4 hurricane.
we expect it to be Category 4 as it pushes through the Keys in the next couple of hours. Then the storm heads to the north, and now
by 2 o'clock this afternoon, it is south of Naples, still as a Category 4, and then it heads north and looking more and more like near the Fort Myers or Sarasota coastline as we head into Sunday afternoon. This is and Sunday evening, and then by Monday morning at about 2 a.m., it is near St. Pete.
Yeah, so as a Category 3 hurricane. So based on this forecast, we believe that this would end up coming ashore, potentially, at least this current forecast track has it coming ashore right near the Manatee, Sarasota County as a Category 4 hurricane, and then weakening into a Category 3 hurricane as it passes over Pinellas County. Again, we want you to also keep in mind that the cone here, the focus of this entire cone of uncertainty. So we're talking about the likelihood now of a major hurricane coming into Tampa Bay or into our area. Now, based off this latest track, and try to compare it to the recent track, I mean, it's pretty close.
It's pretty close because it still has it. You can kind of take a look. So it may be a touch to the west, so it's actually going over more of Pinellas County rather than some of Hillsborough into the northern Pinellas, maybe going straight up through Pinellas. Unfortunately, that's a strong Category 4, or excuse me, weak Category 4, strong Category 3 hurricane, winds of 115 miles per hour on land near anywhere from the western portion of Hillsborough County to Pinellas to possibly still offshore.
So what you've been noticing here is as the storm is getting closer, this cone of error is continuing to really thin out here. So, but again, it's just these little subtle variations that are going to really start to determine the impacts that we see here in the Tampa Bay area. So right now, again, let's go through this one more time because we're actually digesting this in real time here. We literally just got this in. So Category 4 hurricane through the Florida Keys, 130 miles per hour. This is Sunday afternoon, so it's 5 a.m. now. So you go 14 hours from now, we're talking about a Category 4 hurricane approaching southwest Florida, remains a Category 4 hurricane.
Looks like as it passes along the coast of Sarasota, Fort Myers, and Manatee County. It could be anywhere from on Manatee and Sarasota County land to just off your shoreline. Again, this is Sunday night. This is going to be that scary time we keep talking about, overnight after the sun sets on Sunday and before it rises on Monday.
Yeah, we have another way to examine this track here. Let me actually flip on over to one of our other sources here. We've actually added a timestamp to this, so let me actually just sort of take this one back just a little bit. So bear with us here as we, again, examine this in real time. So this is the track. Notice the timestamp that we've added here. So we're looking at, again, about 2 o'clock there with very strong winds, and then coming ashore potentially along the Sarasota-Manatee coastline, this would be about 10 o'clock this evening. And then from there continues through towards Tampa Bay, and by 2 a.m. potentially over Pinellas, anywhere from, again, Leslie mentioned, northern Hillsborough through central Pinellas County as a Category 3 hurricane. Again, this is by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So less than 24 hours from now. And remember with that counterclockwise wind flow. So the eye is, or the center of circulation will pass by your area, but on the back side of it, after the storm has gone past, the onshore wind will occur, and that's where we could see more of a surge of water. Now, would you call it a storm surge, or would you just call it inundating water coming off the Gulf of Mexico? Doesn't matter what you call it. That water is going to come in farther than it normally does.
Yeah. So again, a subtle shift to the west. Again, which is, again, not what we want to see here.
And it is a subtle shift, but I see it. You can see a smidge to the west.
Right, and then from there continues on its track, accelerating towards North Florida, and eventually by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so the speed is actually, it's picking up speed here. They're thinking this is going to go a little bit faster, so by 4 p.m., we are in North Florida as a Category 1 hurricane with Irma with 85-mile-per-hour winds. So it's still possible that the Florida Panhandle, southern Georgia also experiences hurricane-force winds. But now this is the timing that's concerning us here. Let's go back in time again. This is, again, a potential close to landfall or just brushing the coast. Literally, I mean, you look at that center track. Let me get in very close here.
Again, we don't like, in the Storm Team 8 Forecast Center, we normally do not include that center line, and we don't want you to look just at the center line, but it's just letting you know the center of the potential spots where it could be.
Right. So again, we're looking again, Sarasota, Manatee County. This would be around 10 p.m. to midnight tonight as a strong Category 3, low-end Category 4 hurricane. And then we have it near Pinellas County or stretching all the way into eastern Hillsborough County, just depending on exactly where it makes landfall, by 1 or 2 o'clock Monday morning as, again, a Category 3 hurricane. And if this track does hold, that would, again, bring a good amount of water into Tampa Bay.
And remember our earlier discussion about when those high tides happen, and they happen pre-dawn hours of Monday.
Yeah.
So not only do we have a Category 3 wind field around us, not only do we have heavy downpours, but with the surge of water coming in off the Gulf of Mexico also coincides with high tide. So flooding is going to be an issue. That is why all of those Zone A's across the entire Tampa Bay area, if you're close to water, you've been told to leave, it is mandatory that you have left.
Right, so here's a look at the latest run of the spaghetti plots, the forecast models, and once again, in very good agreement here, the most reliable models in good agreement, bringing this right up the coast here, and then continuing through up the Nature Coast and into the Big Bend of Florida here. So again, we're seeing a good amount of agreement with these forecast models, which is not what we want to see. Again, this is just a basic ride right up the coast. According to this latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, you know, our interpretation of this, you know, the farther west this goes, the worse the situation is for our area in terms of the water situation. Now, the further west it goes, the wind speeds get a little bit lower. So let's talk about the winds here.
That's right. So we'll talk about what we can expect in the wind field. So 5 o'clock this morning, where we are now, nobody in our area expected to have tropical storm or hurricane force winds. You heard Amanda Shavari say she wasn't a meteorologist but didn't feel like hurricane force. She is correct. The breeze that you are feeling now, nowhere even near hurricane force. But look at this. It doesn't take long. 6:30, an hour and a half from now, some areas, Northport, Sarasota, Sebring, Arcadia, Wauchula, could be feeling 39-mile-per-hour winds. That is tropical storm force. And when that happens, all movement needs to stop. You need to start hunkering down in your safe place, wherever that is. And then by 8 o'clock in the morning, up near I-4, Lakeland, Tampa, Plant City, the Fishhawk Ranch area, downtown St. Petersburg, that's when you get to 39-mile-per-hour tropical storm force winds. And then everybody is by lunchtime today, and then it starts to worsen. And places like Northport, Sarasota reach hurricane force winds. This is still 7 o'clock. It'll still be light out. You'll see how windy it gets, including even into the western portion of Highlands County near Avon Park and Sebring. By the sun setting, it's 10 o'clock tonight, St. Pete, Tampa, your wind speeds have been increased to 74 miles per hour.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, the wind field, we always get an update in this wind field forecast here, along with the actual update from the Hurricane Center. So, so we're talking about hurricane force winds overnight for a good chunk of our area. You see that entire area in red. If this holds true, this is all of Sarasota, Manatee, most of Hardee DeSoto County, the western portion of Polk County, all of Hillsborough, all of Pinellas, most of Pasco County by 1 o'clock experiencing hurricane force winds. And that wind area, the high wind areas, just rolls on to the north as the circulation center pulls north. So even by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, still portions of Tampa Bay experiencing hurricane force winds, and then it moves upwards to the north.
Yeah, because if you think about, I can't draw on this right now, but you see that circle just to the west of Newport Richey and Pinellas County. The latest forecast does exit the center of circulation back over water in that area just north of Pinellas County. Therefore, it could still start generating strong winds due to the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico off Citrus and Hernando County.
Yeah, that's right here. So, so even then, this is expected to remain a strong storm. Even by 8:15 in the morning, once the hurricane force winds pull away, it's still going to take a while for the tropical storm force winds to diminish. So this is noon. By noon on Monday, we're still talking about a good part of our area still experiencing winds between 39 and 73 miles per hour.
Yeah, and so, you know, we may even be seeing sunshine here by 1, 2 o'clock, but it will still be extremely windy and unfortunately still inundating some of the areas during the high tide afternoon cycle on Monday with water.
So it's not until we get towards about 5 o'clock Monday afternoon when the winds finally fall below tropical storm force here. So it's going to be a very, very windy event at this time going forward. You know, looking at this, at what's going on with the storm, again, we're seeing this clearly defined eye right now. That's really starting to look impressive on the satellite picture. Now that it is over those warmer waters here, we're looking at again a very well put together storm, very large storm. In fact, we're now getting an update on the wind field with this. It looks like, is it expanding? It appears to be a little bit.
Let's see, the hurricane force winds extend 80 miles from the center of circulation. I believe that's about what it was last time, right? And then
let's see, tropical storm force winds. Extending upwards of 220 miles.
Wow.
So the wind field has expanded now by 15 miles as of the last update. So so the storm is broadening out at this time.
So think about this. Tropical storm force winds 39 miles per hour or higher extend 440 miles across.
That's incredible.
Because it's 220 miles from the center. So it's 440 miles across where people are dealing with tropical storm force winds.
And there have been a lot of comparisons made to Andrew within this case. Now keep in mind, Andrew's wind field was about 170, 180 miles across. This is 440 miles across, so you're looking at...
And we made this graphic yesterday where the wind field was 370. Now it is 440, but I just wanted to show you that compared to Andrew, which was 180 miles across.
So as the storm broadens out, that means that the wind field expands. That means the more areas will feel tropical storm force winds a little bit sooner at this time. In fact, looking at the winds, these are your current wind speeds right now.
And so Amanda Shavar down in Sarasota was saying, you know, it's gusty out here. 25 mile per hour gusts is no joke. Unfortunately, it is just the beginning of this event. We got 18 mile per hour gust in Bartow, 18 miles per hour in Plant City, 23 already in Clearwater, and 30 mile per hour sustained winds in St. Petersburg. Now, you got to take that a little bit with the fact that that's at Albert Whitted, so it's right over the water. So the winds come from the bay, and there's no friction. There's no buildings to knock that down any. So that's why Albert Whitted right there can have some pretty strong wind gusts.
Yeah, let's actually go over to a Max Defender 8 for a second. Let's go ahead and take a look at the storm via radar. And again, that clearly defined eye. We're tapping into our radar network out of Key West at this time. So we're going to throw this into motion. And again, it's still a very, very well-formed storm here. We're looking at a very well-formed northern eye wall as well. This is the area where we've got those 130 mile per hour winds. We're looking at some, again, in very, very intense weather within this region. Again, let me flip back to our level 2 radar source out of Key West there. And there it is. You can see there, again, a very well-formed hurricane. It's only a few miles away. In fact, let me just measure this. That eye wall now about 20 miles away from Key West. Hurricane force winds starting to get closer and closer. In fact, let's look at the winds right now, clear that out. We'll toggle on some of these winds here. We're measuring 105, 103, at least 100 mile per hour winds within this core that's getting closer and closer to Key West, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, that is unfortunate because we know that there are some people who did not leave the Keys. We know that the Keys, including possibly Key West, will be dealing with a Category 4 hurricane within a few hours. Already dealing with those outer the outer wind field. They're within 80 miles, so they are dealing with hurricane force winds. But as that eye gets closer, there's only a small area of the eye wall itself that has 130 mile per hour winds, and
that's going to hit somebody in those keys.
No doubt about it. We've already been getting numerous reports of tropical storm force wind gusts, hurricane force wind gusts here as this is moving in. Again, tropical storm force wind gusts being reported on the east coast of now the east coast of the state of Florida, southeast Florida, Miami, Florida City and the Key Largo area, when you get the northern Keys, all the way up towards Boca Raton, Port St. Lucie. They've been getting some wind gusts that have already been hitting tropical storm force here. So very intense wind field that's expanding. Category 4 strength here, so there's no doubt that we've got an intensifying storm. In fact, let's go back and talk about some winds statewide here, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, 45-mile-per-hour sustained winds in Miami right now with wind gusts to 59. So they are in tropical storm. They are gusting almost up to hurricane force. And I know a lot of people thought that Miami may have dodged this one because we thought at one point it was going to make landfall there. Well, it's still going to get inundated by this extremely large wind field. I mean, it's going to be within the 80-mile radius of of those hurricane force winds.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, with the expansion of that wind field, it's not going to be that long from now. I mean, we're at 5:15 now in the morning. You look at what's expected even for our southernmost communities. You look at Manatee, Sarasota County, Hardy, DeSoto County, Highlands County, tropical storm force winds not too far away. And we really want to time this out for you here going forward. In fact, right now, again, here it comes in. That is right there about noon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here, I can even get it 6, 7 o'clock.
So
Sebring, Northport, Arcadia, Sarasota, Bradenton, you're up to 39-mile-per-hour winds, and you need to be locked in your house at that point.
This is about 2 hours from now. So at this point, again, once you get to around 7:30 in the morning, if you're south of I-4, let's just say safely south of I-4, you don't need to be driving at that point. And by noon, 1 o'clock, the entire area under tropical storm force winds, and here come the hurricane force winds entering our region prior to sunset. So as Lee mentioned, this is going to happen when it's still daylight outside.
Especially for those places far to the south.
So you're going to be seeing the trees are going to be whipping around at the time violently. This is the kind of wind that will easily knock out power. You're going to lose power, folks, with this kind of wind. So if you were hoping, well, maybe I'll be able to keep my lights on during this time, no, we're expecting widespread power outages tonight and into tomorrow morning as well.
All right, we'll keep moving forward in time. So this is, again, those wee morning hours of Monday, 1, 2, 3 a.m. And that's where Tampa, St. Petersburg, Newport Richey, even Lakeland could be dealing with hurricane force winds because they extend 80 miles out from the center.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous wind-making storm here. So that's why we're very, very concerned as we start heading into overnight tonight. And then finally, we still have hurricane force winds when folks in Citrus County wake up on Monday morning, 7:15. If you've not stayed up all night.
Right, I was going to say, most people have stayed up all night.
Right. So
it's going to be hard to sleep with these kind of winds.
Right. So, and then by still 10:30 in the morning, even by noon Monday, because of this expanding wind field, we're looking at many parts of the area still under tropical storm force winds.
So, guys, that is the latest track. It has shifted just slightly to the west, but, I mean, our impacts have, at this point, I'm still not expecting to change. We still have high threat of strong winds. Hurricane force, that's 74 miles per hour, gusting up to 100 in a lot of places at times.
That's right. Some areas you may get some gusts exceeding 100 miles per hour, especially close to where that center comes ashore. And any small deviation, as we keep pressing, any small deviation at track will really dictate, one, where the storm comes ashore and who sees the worst weather. But right now, all facets are going to be an issue with this. The threat of high winds, the threat of isolated tornadoes, heavy rain as well, upwards of a foot, and also now the storm surge potential, guys.
And, of course, the loss of power due to all of that.
Yeah, it sounds like no matter what, I mean, we're not in a good situation right now.
What an update. This is a major hurricane coming ashore here in the Tampa Bay area. You know, I want to ask you, because you guys had mentioned, first of all, this wobbly Irma has now gone to the west, which I know we didn't want to hear, but that's what we're hearing now. It's moved a little bit to the west again. Is there any possibility that some of that shear that you were talking about in the last update might still be remaining to kind of settle things down at all?
Sure.
Yeah, and that's what the Hurricane Center has noted. We were just going through their forecast discussion, noting that in about, within the next 24 hours, there is going to be some wind shear that may start to impact this storm. But We've been monitoring this storm ever since it came off of Africa, and it's defying all logic for us at this time.
We have never seen a hurricane stay this strong for this long. Either it hits land, or it goes through an eye wall replacement, or it goes through some shear, or it hits cooler ocean waters. Something usually keeps it from being as strong as what Irma was for so long. And even when it started interacting with land, it didn't really weaken. It has defied anything that we have ever seen.
That's right. This came ashore yesterday morning in Cuba as a Category 5 hurricane. It did weaken down to a Category 3 from the interaction with land, but now that it's over the water, it quickly, just like that, back up to a Category 4 storm. So it's going to take a tremendous amount of wind shear or cooler temperatures. Water temperatures are not going to get any cooler.
Nope.
It's very soupy in the Gulf of Mexico, as you know. We're talking 85, 86 degree water temperature. So we're really hoping that that shear will maybe at the best slow down.
Yeah, just temper it from getting any stronger if it does spend some time over those warm waters.
Yeah. So, but the bottom line is, you know, you've been seeing the forecast track. This is not what anyone's want to have to deal with here, but this is just what's coming our way. So we're not going to beat around the bush about it. We're going to tell you exactly how it is. And yes, parts of our area could see wind gusts in excess of 100 miles per hour from this.
Yeah.
Incredible update, guys.
The biggest thing here, and we appreciate all the hard work that the Storm Team 8 weather team has been doing. There's not only our morning guys, but, you know, Steve Jervey and everybody else. Prepare. You have to, if you're still one of those guys who's like, I don't know, I'm going to stay at home. I think I can make this happen. You just heard how serious this is getting. There's time to get to a shelter and to get to safety. Don't put your or your family's lives in danger.
And bring your pets, you know. And also, I just want to say, you know, these shelters are accepting pets. Most of them are. But also, if there is a stray cat, you know, that's outside, take them in this time. Take the stray cat. That's usually maybe an outdoors cat, but with this kind of a situation, all life is precious at this point.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break right now. 5:21.